Welcome to the US Citizenship Test Guide. Are you preparing for your interview? We've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down Part 9 of the N400 form, with 37 key questions and important vocabularies about your background. We've made it simple and easy to follow, so that you'll feel confident answering every question. Thanks for choosing us to help with your citizenship journey. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Define with intent.
Purposely.
What is vote? To choose a leader. What is public benefit? Money from the government,
Such as food stamps.
What is totalitarian party? A group that believes the government should control everything that people do. What is smuggle? Bring something illegally into the country. What is self-defense unit? A group that protects a community using weapons. What is crime? An action that breaks the law. Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
What is prostitution? Doing physical relation for money. What is rehabilitative program? A program to help someone to recover from drugs or alcohol. What is claimed to be a US citizen? To say you are a US citizen. Define involved in.
Took part in.
What is the meaning of have you ever? Anywhere in the world, at any time. What is national origin? The nation where a person was born. Explain, perform work of national importance under civilian direction. Do non-military work during a national crisis under civilian direction. What is rescission? canceling a visa to stay in the U.S. Define serve. To work.
To help.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
What is immigration benefit?
Things.
Like a visa, green card, or citizenship. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Yes. What is police unit? A group that enforces the law and stops crime. Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Define drafted. Being selected as a soldier. What does U.S. Armed Forces mean? U.S. Army, Navy, Air. Do you know what the person is called who marries more than one person at the same time?
Polygamy.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
Define commit a crime. To do something that breaks the law. Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
What is offense? Minor crime. Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any armed group? For example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen in writing or any other way?
No.
What are narcotics? Illegal drugs, such as heroin or cocaine. Are you a person, born as a male, who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays?
No.
What is clemency? Reduce a sentence. What is the meaning of charged? Formerly told that you did something illegal. What is oath of allegiance? A promise to be loyal. What is the meaning of confined? Jailed by the police. Explain, bear arms on behalf of the United States. Use a gun to defend the United States during a war. What is armed group? A group that carries weapons. What is drug paraphernalia? Equipment to make or use illegal drugs. Do you understand the meaning of opposition? Going against something. What is establishment? Starting or creating a group. Define, distribute. Give out. Define, cultivate.
Grow plant.
What is non-resident? Someone who doesn't live in the U.S.
Define detain. To force to stay.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. Define conspire. To plan with others. What is weapons training? To learn how to use a gun. Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
What is rebel group? A group that fights a government. Do you understand the meaning of advocated? To support and promote. What is labor camp? A place where people are forced to work. Define obtain.
To gain something.
Meaning of civilian direction? Direction from non-military person. Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
Define owe.
Need to pay.
What is constitution? The supreme law of the land. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in killing, or trying to kill any person?
No.
What is misleading? Give a wrong idea. Define sexual contact or activity.
Touching someone sexually.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in not letting someone practice their religion?
No.
What do you mean by transport? Carry one place to another place. What is incite? To encourage. Define cited. Given a ticket by the police. What does the Constitution do? Sets up the government. What is fraudulent? Claim something that is not true. Define detained. Forced to stay. Define removal. Making someone leave the US. What is vigilante unit? A group that acts like the police, but is not official. Define procure. To encourage someone. Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military-type training?
No.
What is hereditary title? A royal title, such as a prince or a princess. What is immigration benefit? To gain things like a green card. Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Define paroled or been paroled. Allowed to leave prison early. Do you understand the meaning of arrested?
Caught by the police.
What does file a tax return meaning? Send a tax form to the government. What is sabotage? Intentionally damage or destroy something. What is controlled substances? Drugs regulated by the government. Define injure.
To hurt someone.
What is kidnapping? Taking someone away illegally by force. Define admission into the United States. Enter into the United States. Do you understand the meaning of threaten? To tell someone you're going to hurt them. What is the meaning of direct? To be in charge. What is the meaning of unable to consent? Could not agree. What is prison camp? A place where prisoners of war or political prisoners are kept. What are examples of non-combatant services? Nursing, cooking, or translation. Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No.
What is work of national importance? Tasks that are important to a nation. Have you ever recruited, enlisted, conscripted, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted, or worked with others to do so?
No.
What are non-combat services? Services that do not involve combat. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that engaged in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking, or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation?
No.
What is detention facility? A place where people are forced to stay. What is suspended sentence? Delayed sentence. What is the form of government in the United States? Republic. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that threatened, attempted, conspired, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited others to commit any of these acts?
No.
What is weapon? Like a knife or gun? What is military unit? The official army for a country. Can you tell me the meaning of proceeds? A portion of money from a transaction. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person?
No.
What is alternative sentencing? A different way to punish someone instead of going to jail, such as community service. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
What is oath? A promise. What is torture? To cause great pain to someone. What is the meaning of misrepresentation? Provide wrong information. Define associated with.
Connected to.
Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
What is alien? Someone who is not a U.S. citizen. What is paramilitary unit? A group that acts like the military, but is not official. Tell the meaning of dispense. Give out. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Yes. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Yes. What is hijacking? Taking control of a vehicle by force. Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or a labor camp, or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
Define deported. Forced to leave a country. Define recruit.
To ask.
What is genocide? To kill a whole race. What is the meaning of engage? To participate. Define, perform non-combatant services. Do any work in a war except fighting. What is the meaning of did not consent? Did not agree. What are unconstitutional means? Methods that go against the Constitution. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide?
No.
What are deportation proceedings? Legal process of forcing someone to leave the U.S. Do you now have, or did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
Define attempt.
To try.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
What is prison or jail? A place where the police keep people who have been arrested. What is explosive?
Bomb.
Do you understand hostilities? Unfriendly behavior toward others. What is overthrow? To remove a government by force. What is oath of allegiance to the United States? A promise to be loyal to the United States. Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
What is mental impairment? Mental damage. Do you understand what unlawful is?
Against the law.
Define amnesty or pardon for. Forgiveness for crimes committed. Define avoid being drafted. Prevent being selected as a soldier. What is assault? To attack violently. Define
Insight.
to encourage someone to do something. Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities, or attempted, or worked with others to do so?
No.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
What is registered to vote? Sign up to choose a leader. Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States, or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Do you understand the meaning of prostitute? Someone who does physical relation for money. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
What is claim? To say something without proof. What do you mean by enlist? To sign up. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Yes. What is assassination? Killing someone famous or important. What is guerrilla group? A group that uses weapons to fight the military, police, or government. Do you understand the meaning of sentence? A punishment under the law. Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony?
No.
What is exemption? Special permission for not doing something. Meaning of bear arms? Carry weapons. What is the Communist Party? A group that believes the government should own and control everything. For example, North Korea. What is combat? To fight in a war. Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
What is example of work of national importance under civilian direction? Helping the Red Cross after an earthquake. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, or was unable to consent, or was being forced or threatened by you, or by someone else?
No.
Define illegal. Against the law. Define civilian. Anyone who is not in the military. What is weapon? A knife or a gun. Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so?
No.
What is gamble or gambling? To play a game for money. Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
What is the meaning of convicted? Found guilty of a crime under the law. Define support dependent. Pay child support. Have you ever advocated any of the following, or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group, anywhere in the world, that advocated any of the following? Opposition to all organized government, world communism, the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship, the overthrow by force or violence, or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States, or all forms of law, the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States, or of any other organized government, because of their official character, the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property, or sabotage.
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any military or police unit?
No.
Define destruction of property. Ruin of property. What is allegiance? To be loyal to something. What is overdue? Late for a payment. What is religion? A belief in God. What is register? To sign up. What is pay alimony? Give money to an ex-spouse after a divorce as per court order. Do you understand the meaning of killing?
To cause someone to die.
What is illegal gambling? To play a game for money that is against the law. What is alimony? Financial support. Define, assist. To help. What is lie? Not true. What are overdue taxes? Didn't pay taxes on time. Define disability. Limitations of ability. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. What is conscript? To require to join. What is order of nobility? Like king or queen. Define, obtain immigration benefit. To gain things like a green card. What is false? Not true. What is probation? Report to an officer regularly, instead of jail time. Define participate. To be part of.